Hi guys, it's me, Amanda, and I'm back with another blind date with a book. First we gotta get it out of the package. So this is my blind date with a book for fall. It is a historical fiction book. Some of my favorite books technically are historical fiction, but I feel like that's not the primary genre of them. But before we open it, we have extras. I got the sleep mask. We got a watermelon lollipop. I lost all my lip balm. This is perfect. I got green tea hand cream. Let's rip into this book. If you would like to get your own, it is from the Etsy shop, Books by the Dozen. I asked for a September one. I'm doing this video in August because I'm about to move, but when this comes out, it should be September. So we wanted to do fall. I felt historical fiction was giving fall. Look at this, that's cute. I love that. Sorry. I just saw the flavor and accidentally dropped the tea bag of pure excitement. Maple apple cider for fall, September. Usually I've discovered the quote on the back of the bookmark is from the book, so I'm not going to read it until afterwards. And we got a little card, and it says, a few simple tips for life. Feet on the ground, head to the skies, heart open, quiet mind. I got a hardcover. Wow. It's called The World That We Knew by Alice Hoffman. I'm intrigued. It's a novel, light blue on the inside. Listing price was like $16 and I got an almost $30 book. It's in really nice condition too. No idea about this book at all. I've never heard anyone talk about it. Ooh. I think it's a World War II book, just based on the year. If my history nerd knowledge is right. See, I was so good at history in high school. I haven't taken a history class in a hot minute, but I'm taking 2 history classes this year, so I guess this is suiting that I'm starting off the school year with a history book. We'll see how this goes, but yeah. Happy autumn, guys. I've had a lot of homework because I'm in week 3 of my semester, but I'm finally going to start Alice Hoffman's The World That We Knew. I feel like I'm gonna cry during this book. I feel like this is going to be a crying kind of book. I completely forgot this book is scented and it smells so good. I think it's apple crisp or something like that. It smells like autumn. So I just read chapter 1 and it is so beautifully written. And it talks about such dark topics. The way that the author describes it, the allegories, it's like you don't see the graphicness of it, but the language still conveys that impactful, raw, deep reality. And I'm like blown away by that. I'm home for the weekend and I'm finishing the book and I'm tearing up. I have like 3 chapters left. So I have like 30 pages left and it's so much. So I finished reading The World That We Knew by Alice Hoffman and I'm going to tell you my initial thoughts. I will say, I finished reading it this morning and I cried several times. I only teared up like once or twice during the book, but at the end, like the last few chapters, yeah, there was a lot of tears. I think something that I really liked about the book is that it handles these very, very gruesome, grotesque, very dark topics, but it handles them very well, where it goes into detail, but at the same time it doesn't. For example, there's this one scene that it's kind of like a closed door romance kind of scene because this character thinks they're going to die, and so they want to do this because they've never done it before. The way, like, it's not graphic at all though, because the character describes the room and wants to remember what every little thing in the room looked like because it was their last day possibly being alive, because they know that they're about to leave the world we know. And I think the world that we knew is a theme throughout the book. That phrase comes up a lot throughout the book, and I like that it's a consistent theme. I had only one complaint, but then it was fixed towards the end of the book, where I felt that it starts off really focused on the main characters, and then they kind of disappear as these other characters arise and have their own storylines. And I felt that I wanted more time to see the two main characters become closer. I felt that they didn't really like each other that much, and I was hoping to see them become friends, but about halfway through, they still didn't really like each other. They were just kind of companions because of the cards life dealt them, and I thought, oh, that happened at the beginning of the book, surely they're going to become closer friends as the book goes on, but I got halfway through, a little over halfway through, and that wasn't the case, and I felt, since they were the main characters of the story, I was kind of disappointed because I was hoping to see them get closer. That way their ending would impact me more, but in the last 80 pages, they finally started getting closer, and I felt that I truly cared about their relationship by the end of the book, so I was happy that I did see that bond finally, because I felt that it was a very unique relationship, it was a very unique friendship, kind of like a mother-daughter almost situation, and I wanted to see that flourish. And although it took some time, it did happen, so I am content with that. I want to say this book also had a little bit of fantasy in it, where it talks about this creature that is born of like this Jewish ritual and like scripture and like this combination of all these like religious things, and you can create this creature who is not a human, but is almost human. They just don't have a soul because they don't have the breath of God in them, but they don't think that this creature can feel things, even though she looks like a human being and acts like one. And I thought that that was so fascinating. I'm a Christian. I had friends that were Messianic Jews in the past. I've gone to one Seder meal, so I don't know. I'm somewhat familiar with Judaism, but I don't know all the depths of it. So I'm very fascinated if this is actually part of the religion or if this is more fantasy element that the author added in and took inspiration from the religion. But I thought it was very fascinating, and it was a very interesting element to add to the story, where you have this historical fiction and then this kind of more almost magical element. So this was my September blind date with a book. I did historical fiction. I've also done fantasy and sci-fi. But if you have another genre you'd like me to try for November, December, January, February, let me know in the comments below. Anyways, I'm going to finish packing because I'm currently home, but I'm going to head back to my apartment, and I'll probably be filming my next few videos there. But thanks for watching, and I hope that you have an awesome day, an awesome week, an awesome autumn. Happy autumn, guys.